Hello everyone. Anushka, it's quite common to hear from students that anatomy is quite a difficult subject. They tend to enter the classrooms with a prefix notion. Even after taking innumerous efforts by the teachers, this notion still prevails.
So that's why, Shivam, we have come up with 3 criteria: relevance, self-motivation and knowledge retention. If a student knows why he or she is learning anatomy, he or she will automatically be self-motivated to learn more, and this in turn will lead to more knowledge retention.
Then Anushka, we should tell them about the 3 helping aids that we use to spark the 3 criteria.
Surgical anatomy, 3D printed models and Venn diagrams. Surgical anatomy. The students were scheduled OT postings to observe surgical procedures. This initiative was taken with the vision to make students understand the importance of anatomy, which in turn will lead to their self-motivation. Here, anatomy is taught during a live procedure. Educational adjuncts like surgical exposure will help improve the confidence and proficiency of anatomical knowledge.
To test the impact of surgical anatomy, students' motivation to a science learning questionnaire was distributed among them. A questionnaire was distributed to 97 students who completed the OT postings. The questionnaire consisted of 35 major questions which had 6 major domains: self-efficacy, active learning strategies, science learning strategies, achievement goals, performance goal, and learning environment stimulation. The records were tabulated in percentage wise, through which we were able to categorize the students into 3 basic categories: high motivation, low motivation, and moderately motivated students.
Teaching using 3D printed models for vascular anatomy. Obtaining medical resources for educational purposes faces many legal and ethical issues. Obtaining human tissues in particular faces many constraints. Among the new technologies that have developed in biomedical fields, 3D model printing is one of them.
In order to inculcate 3D printed models in our curriculum, we used a pulmonary artery model that was printed in our own lab. The class was divided into 3 basic groups. Group 1, which was the test group, was taught using only normal concept maps. Group 2 was taught using 3D printed model of pulmonary artery and concept maps. Group 3 was taught using 2D images and the concept maps. Assessments done on day 1 and day 10 showed that the group 2, which used 3D printed model of pulmonary artery and concept map, had better knowledge retention than other 2 groups, group 1 and group 3. Anushka, anatomy can be taught using connecting concepts, right? I remember using Venn diagrams for mathematical calculations. They have been used for subjects like physics, maths, and even subjects like English, but they still haven't been used that much in biomedical research.
So we have selected 2 topics: scalp and face. We made a Venn diagram by connecting these 2 concepts with terminologies. The study involves 2 groups, test group and control group. The test group was provided with Venn diagrams as their learning material. Assessment was taken on day 1 and day 10 showed that the group which had Venn diagrams as their learning material better knowledge retention than the other group. To conclude, each teaching tool has its own uniqueness and cannot be overweighted by another. Based on the topics taught and the motivation level of the students, we can select the teaching tool and practice it to get effective results.
We would like to end with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir's quote: "Learning gives you creativity, creativity gives you thinking, thinking gives you knowledge, and knowledge makes you great."